Today na the 28th day of October 2021. We want lay na table. Good news for people them where they live, outside, then different bridge and road then day, where some of them projects here don't take forever for finish. But the government of Sierra Leone wants me and you for no say, before 2022 they done, all the major road and bridge project where they on now. I want to clarify that. Because I see, who say some man they can say, what about Lunge Bridge? Lunge Bridge no they don't know. But all the road projects them where they on now, all the bridges them where then they pull from that manual to the correct way for they where they on now go done come 2022, the end of 2022. A lot of people go say, okay, waiting new naya. Is it another promise? It go be fulfilled? Or na another fail one? Or na divert people attention? All right. I'll make you know say some of them projects here, not to the government of Sierra Leone, they fund them 100%. But you get the one that we can call developing partners. Yes, they say the road not correct. We go lobby. And so it's man they call her. Some of we can call and say we go bigger. Then some then can say na grant. We mean to say in order for cost we nothing. Some then can say na loan. We not go get for payback. But if you don't watch Explore with Tripoli, you go see who say we do a video of the Hill Bypass Road. We start from Douazak Junction, to Black Hole Road. Now 2 phases. The first phase be done. We start from Douazak Junction to Mountain Court. That one they be done. The one from Mountain Court to Black Hole Road. This road, you know that be commissioner, the late President Ahmed Tijan Kaba. A commissioner, nothing no be happen. Say, Ernest Baiko Makam. I can start from that Douazak Junction to waiting to Mountain Court, then finish Dandy. Then kick start from Mountain Court, go Black Hole Road. Nothing. You go say, wait to Tripoli, they talk about yanda. What about the Peninsula Road? For go number 2. How long that one day back don't take? Just the short distance we left now. When are between, we go say, Osai, is it number 2 to Toke? Na short distance, you not left better. How much years that one they don't see don't for? We not done it today. Well, the government of Sierra Leone want let me you know say, that year we then call 2022. It no go done. All the major road projects. So when I say major, I was like, okay, we na Waterloo. Who say who fe nou sef? And they talk for the one that the inside village. Because the one that the inside village in Waterloo, well, and that they walk the walk. But we were there na the hillside. We there na the old road. The old road. We then be promise we. Say, because they can't turn that new road to waiting, to toll road, then go fix up that old road there. Tomorrow now, because today done. They not touch her. They not touch herself. So I don't know if we still fall inside the count for say na major projects than they or no. Not a major project. Eh? But there una give me chance first. Let me say for lobby. Let me say bigger, small for that way. All road. Eh? That road there, you able to take them from Hastings. You able to take them Tumbo Junction, Waterloo. Then you take them from there, take go Sungu. But then say no. They know they fix them. So they are the ministry way responsible. When I not go put this road small inside there, because what you not go do for please me first? Me, I don't beg for lights. Take today the lights not sober for we. Eh? Other side they don't what is we nothing. Now road don't come. Inside village and go say, Waterloo. Because they say Waterloo na inside village no more. Then go say Waterloo inside village and I go look there. They never walk there. That is true. But where the old road? Eh? Where the old road we get the history. Where now? So na not for fixing. Eh? Oh, they are beg. They beg. Oh, not forget that one day. Let 2022 7 no left in. Eh? Do ya? Aha. When I thank you. You see, nobody no help me big now. Before that, I laugh when they laugh. Is yeah. Alright. When I feel say they no go do me. Eh? Okay. Dave Ketty say lights they come up boom for come to you if we get road first. Okay, Dave Ketty self they plead say the road will lead to Bumbuna. He said just 30 miles no more. If una cable add and day. Eh? Well, if everybody can now, they can beg for the road. Well, not saying that. Eh? And I even reach it for big Usai. Eh? I want to get one small farm no more. Where the road not correct. If not grade safe, let them go grader. So at least to go, they go inside and come on and do fine. Salon. But anyway, let we left all yonder. Let we come to waiting then see. Yeah? To waiting then see. Now 2 parts to wait till they lay na table today. And the grant say, he say one for believe say COVID get something for do. He hamper most of the development them. Alright. Let we look the first part. When at the bridge. You get one heavy bridge. Hey, they see him by the picture. But this bridge, in the tell we say 2022. Let no give you the date. Let no say na triple later come. Through Radio Democracy. Fumble them. Let we listen.
Inside 2013, the Mabang Bridge, where the link Koya Chiefdom Potloko District to Ribi Chiefdom Oyamba District, been broke.
2013, now in this bridge broke. Mabang Bridge. Eh? And the Master Sabi people and the claim say this is one of the longest bridge we'll get forget na salon. Not to the Lunge Bridge for now. The person that can say just no, where the Lunge Bridge. No, let's talk about the Mabang first. Yeah? Now listen.
We been cut off the link between them two districts here and government been put manual ferry for connect them to districts here. But community people, they get plenty challenge anytime where the ferry can pull. That for sake of this, make the European Union under the 11th European Union Development Fund where they support 4 area them in the country.
Okay, hold on first, Madam Reporter. The UDA them, the European Union. Eh? Aha. May you take temu. The European Union. Nade mu. Okay.
when agriculture, education, governance and infrastructure been gree for make back the Mabang Bridge under the Moyamba Junction Road and Bridge projects. Inside them begin the contract to the CSC Construction Company and Polytechnica as the consultants. As then they make now the Mabang Bridge, the National Authorizing Office, when they between the European Union and the government of Salone, when they work now for CICE, government implement all the European Union projects them, and the Sierra Leone Roads Authority, when they monitor all the road and bridge projects them na the country. Don't go work na the Mabang Bridge. For sake of the final steel beam, where the contractor them don't cross over the Ribi River and the bridge, according to the contractor them, na 231 meter long. Bruce James, na the director of the National Authorizing Office.
So, we are very happy as the contracting authority, the National Authorizing Office, continues to monitor and ensure that we deliver on development projects between the government of Sierra Leone and the European Union. Today is the final launch of one of the longest bridges in the country.
Olande, Mr. James. Mr. James, na in between the European Union and the government of Sierra Leone. He say, no to me talk him. You are here and back. I tell you to now. To me talk out. Let no can say just on Tripoli. The last beam, the last iron within they put, and nine talk say waiting
on development projects between the government of Sierra Leone and the European Union. Today is the final launch of one of the longest bridges in the country.
One of the longest bridges in the country. Until Lunge Bridge come. It can pull Mabang Bridge come yanda. But for right now, Mabang Bridge they shake till as one of the longest bridge inside Salone. Okay.
Last time we were here, we went as far as 160 something meters. Today we are dealing with the remaining of 75 meters. What that means is that this has been very successful. We note that these things can have very, very technical issues, particularly with the length of the bridge. We are very happy that finally the steel beams have now landed across the river.
When Ibi they talk, where I listen, when Mr. James they talk, and Bruce James, where he say this bridge because of in length, he get some technical. I begin like okay, but they are big. Una do and fine no, Una do and fine. Do ya? That technical we make now una they put the last beam. Kudos to una. Una thank you. But they una do and fine no they beg. Because the old one they will get in Chinese then and then be make and trade. Now na CSC. Now we come in Africa command them. Who they beg una no more, una do and fine. Do ya? Who they beg? Let be say correct. Let not be say I long so where they reach me do na so you go they shake. Even if you go let not they shake do ya? Yeah, let not they shake. Some of you go panic. But if you the correct one, nine that.
Work will now progress in terms of the next phases. We anticipate that this will be concluded by March.
We anticipate say Mabang Bridge go be concluded by March. So now, not me talk. And Bruce James na talk. By March, then anticipate say Mabang Bridge. So if we go drive day.
2022, giving everything remains equal in terms of weather conditions or
Tripoli, mashi break. You want make more now say because Bruce James don't talk say by March 2022, but it get close paramo, it get close, it get safeguards. Waiting at the safeguards, waiting at the clause. Everything being equal, weather condition continue for be favorable for them. Waiting again.
Technical issues.
Technical issues,
Bruce James Kenyon say after we dem go don this bridge, community people wey dey na dem to the streets here and other parts dem na the country go benefit, and sef say the bridge cost about €9 million.
For us, we also feel fulfilled that no accident has happened since this bridge project started.
We tell God thank you for that. From when they start the bridge with their iron and they no accident no happen. Tell God thank you. If accidents be happen now, they don't give bad name to the devil and the water. Say na the devil and the water and I no agree. Well now, where accidents no happen back, go listen there. Then go say, well, because then we go appease the gods. Tripoli, focus. Now continue, yeah.
We feel fulfilled that when we see people crossing the river on a hand pull ferry, we see that the struggles they go through, the challenges they take through this, but this will be a major transformation in the lives and the communities across Moyamba district and across the country. You will note as soon as this is finished, you will see the transformation happening here. It will help to ensure that goods and services, particularly rich communities across Moyamba district, fishing communities, agricultural produce, health facilities, will be able to mobilize across the river.
I don't know, because the last time we go Moyamba, that was 2019. 2019, yeah? Or 2020? The age. I don't remember anymore. But anyway, Mabang Bridge, we went there. The road for Godi. I hope say then go add more. Then go add that road there. Because on the side where they take them from the Moyamba Bow Highway for come inside Moyamba, well, that one day in that road project for done now. For done they done. I believe say, don't worry. If you be don't subscribe, you go see say we be don't go there. We then be the walk the road. But now I believe say for done now, for the done now. So by the time they reach Salone, definitely we go there back for go check how they do. But that one where they take them from the Waterloo Highway for come inside. Hey, and they tell you we use them big SUV them. There's still a crepe under. There's still a crepe under. Let alone. Yeah, so for go make the bridge now one. But where the road where they lead to the bridge? I will tell her the access where to the bridge. Now the speech he say go be conclude on the project. Now then go be completed. I don't know worry. This time Mr. Jameson they talking on. Other people and they can't talk. We go know exactly. Yeah.
In a very short space of time. The bridge is it should be around €9 million. We are very satisfied with the work so far. SLRE has also been with us, looking at the technical aspects of it. We are looking at the contractual side of things. We are looking at the timelines. So yes, we are very happy that it's value for money, and we are seeing the product.
SLRE, Sierra Roads Authority, then say na there. Okay, now they go verify. Now they go look say everything correct. Well, we'll get to engineers then. We look low up on now, but we just hope so now do now work correctly. Do ya? With the big, yeah.
Come alive, from 2019 when this started. Now we are seeing it alive. Even despite COVID, despite the challenging, you can notice that this is a swampy area. It's mangrove swamps, so it's very difficult and very challenging. So we're very happy. And we feel fulfilled that we can be able to deliver on the promises of the cooperation between the European Union and government of Sierra Leone.
We glady because we go able for deliver the promise, and the cooperation between the European Union and the government of Sierra Leone.
Where immediate talk for sake of this bridge, the resident engineer for the Moyamba Junction Road and Bridge Project, Engineer Hussein Ainaibi say, inside March next year, they go down the Mabang Bridge.
Okay, no, wait, let me talk them.
And Anam over to government for make people begin use them.
We expect to finish this project by the end of March 2022.
We expect for finish this project by the end of March 2022, Mabang Bridge. Me, Tripoli, for that reason, even if I no be get plan for this alone, say the end of March 2022, I go did it. So just in case una not finish am, una owe me. Una go say no to me and una go para agreement today. Ah well, we don't go para now today. Una go owe me because the end of March, we una the hand over this bridge. Me, I want for Didi. So if you no work, una owe me. Una go owe me. Una go need for buy tickets for me. Una know how much for ticket, right? Yeah. I don't even go there. Left bridge staff full, yeah. Tickets. Eh? But you not go mean that now. The bridge cost 9 million. Yeah. What's in a ticket? A chicken change. I don't know if chicken or then the Bible then go get that kind of change do no more.
Summary, this project is one of the components of the big project, Moyamba Junction Road and Bridges. You know, we have 32.8 kilometers between Moyamba and Moyamba Junction, including Bambama and Moyamba.
So, in the area, that part where me they talk, where I say, if you take them from the Masaka Waterloo Highway, kind inside, then I talk about that road deal. You see the road side they talk, but from Moyamba Junction for go inside Moyamba. All right.
Single span bridges, and we have the Magbili Bridge, and where we are standing now, this is the most important component of the project. It's the Mabang Bridge. This bridge, as you may know, is 231 meter long bridge with a 321 meter approach roads. Now today you are assisting on the final phase of launching procedure of the girders.
Final stage. He's saying and then they do so now.
So today we will finish launching all the beams or the girders if you want to. After that they will do the reinforcement of the slab, and after that we will start concreting the deck slab. So the next stage, if you want to, is concreting the slab or the deck.
Waiting the Sierra Leone Authority think about the Maban Bridge, Engineer Van de French, now the Director of Planning, Policy and Research, now SLRA, he explained.
Well, this is a significant moment in the progress of the construction of this bridge because it means that most of the major works have been completed. The only critical one that's outstanding really is the deck slab. So far, we are satisfied with the quality of the works.
Okay, so far, Sierra Leone Road Authority say they satisfied with the work where they don't go see. With how them be they go, the engineer them when they go verify for see say the bridge come out fine, it work fine, and how everything. He says so far, Sierra Leone Road Authority satisfied. Alright, so would they mark everything down?
We did have a lot of challenges.
Okay, una get challenges then. Pan waiting so.
Like as I have been mentioning earlier, this COVID issue.
Okay, the one na COVID na be the challenge, but another person be tell we just not say even with COVID. But anyway, you say COVID na be challenge. Waiting again.
Created some, dysfunctional issues with respect to the supply chain management.
So with supply chain management, things then for come we get for do with the bridge, like the steel, then the beam them, then thing and the COVID be okay, all right.
I've been talk to community people who side and start first for talk about the challenge them when they get to this bridge and save talk about the bridge in benefits to them after when they go down this bridge.
Me na Alpha Ben Mansare, head of my advocacy platform, and I also there today for represent the honorable member of parliament, Honorable Amadou Kano. You see, the story of this suffering, the early 2010 up to 2030 where the bridge collapsed. Frequently the ferry they break down, and then once it break down, now vehicles then they cross commuters then.
Okay, watch now your screen, you go see that manual bridge. Now it talk about so. The manual bridge, you see them to carry like board, now and then they take for droit. I believe say for sabi that bridge there, eh? So what na screen you go see now this your man they talk about here.
And that don't lead to loss of many lives. Vehicles don't drown. Now women are a victim also.
Vehicles don't drown, loss of lives. But Mr. James, now been tell we say forget. Oh, continue. Why you want to go with Mr. James? We say no accidents not happen. If we talk with the workers them, we get for do with the bridge, not to the locals them, where they cross with the manual bridge. Okay, But now, we dey learn from the locals them for say, accident happen, motoka go inside water, property then loss, people then die. All right, let them soul rest in peace.
I mean a lot. This bridge connects to the entire district and the southern region, all parts of the country. And Moyamba district in general, a hub of agriculture. We get a lot of agricultural opportunities. So once this bridge open, business opportunities will open.
The sister will strain us too much. They strain us so the way the fake broke down, so we own business need to go through for sale. And people then strain us so back. So if a government after go make the April now, God put people this strain also they suffer. We should market.
Community people end up call on government for give them one more manual ferry where they go use so say they go down for make this bridge.
That one day, na good call. You know, now then tell we say na March, end of March, now in this bridge go down. But you hear where the people and the complain say the manual bridge would get right now, it broke down too much. So they don't want to fix it. They don't want to forget another one in the hope say let them just be a normal because the DEPA make big bridge for them. So they are the one they were responsible. The people then say this broke down, this manual bridge broke down. They wanna give the other one. Do ya? So at the end of the day, then go able for the carry on their life till this main one they done. If not, why would they punish them no more in the name for say no worry. The real Mabang is they done?
As they say, the ferry way that they use now don't well for Radio Democracy, Kabia the reports.
We want to tell Kabia thank you because now through him and Radio Democracy make we hear the first part. With this, now the one we get for do with the Mabang Bridge. We dey establish now say Mabang Bridge March 2022. Then they hand over them to government so that we, the people, them go get for use them. I don't know if government go want keep Mabang Bridge till independent. They want use them for independent for say then they open bridge. But yeah. Into do way them people and they suffer, As this bridge they done, them do all the safety checks and everything. See say all thing done correct one. When I open and let them begin use them. Because now then they maybe they look say end of March towards April. Then go and say, well, I'll just be a one thing. By April 27, we go use them for independence. So we don't open the longest bridge in Salone. Whilst the people and they suffer. But the people they say they need another manual ferry. Now we get them no. Because now so we don't hope for Lunge Bridge te ferry. The main ferry from Kisita Green. 30 days. They run by flights anymore. So we where they go Salone, we are forced to go use $40. Because some of we by the time they reach, they say last ferry don't go. Some of you no want sleep. Usa they go lodge and I don't want sleep. Usa they lodge and don't want sleep. So when the Lunge Bridge now they come. Ferry new ferry while the government say they get intention for bring 4 new ferry, we they wait. We they wait for see that one they happen. So at least the people when they cross to and fro na Lunge day, then go ease them. We say for the fly go, ferry go on by flight. So then say the flight they can 8 o'clock. Ferry go they say who don't board. They who be smaller so then be they doing. Then they call. Say anybody waiting at airport now? Who don't pay ticket to a customers again, then we'll go back, we'll go. Now make me, I can always add me on the sea coach, the water taxi. Are they adding fare per me ticket already? Are they add them already? Because as I reach, I just want to go home. You don't take how many hours from where you left. And that's that. People, they know to that when they talk about it today. You left. Good. We don't done Mabang. But there are the people that say they want another manual ferry. And even I feel say una try, una fix that ferry for we, count ferry them. Do ya? Or they provide for service for we, so at the end of the day, ferry go on by flight. Now we'll go to the other one now. Now on the roads. This, we talk just now for the bridge. When you get to other bridge and other road them, now we'll bring them kind inside. Yeah?
Now, I wish, as Minister of Works and Public Assets, to declare this 2-day workshop open.
Peter Bayoku Conte, the Minister of Works and Public Assets, they opened the 2 days workshop with stakeholders them. Now the road sector on the construction of the Petema to Matujon Road project, where they between Bo and Bont District. Inside 2020, the government of Salon agreed for the construction of the Tikonko to Matujon Road.
Into the area, 2020. 2020. Corona don't do. But that one did not stop the government of Sierra Leone for agree for fix this particular road because waiting no people need that. We need road infrastructure. Hey.
Where this road now going to be in a bad condition over the past years them. And from 2020 to now, government don't complete plenty stage them for the physical work. Now this road starts before the end of this year. Where it be the talk before and declare the workshop open. The Minister of Works and Public Assets, Peter Bayoku Conte, say from 2018 to now, government will forget plenty investor them for can invest pan the country road network where this is say they will for connect village and tongue them and don't contribute pan the country economy.
Me, I want to let Peter Bayoku Conte talk and force ba. Road infrastructure, person and they can invest per our country. We say invest. How? Oh, na loan. Not like you, loan na investment. Because we loan you, you get for paying back with interest. Na loan? No, na grant. No, na listen, yeah?
And according to Ram, before the end of 2022, all donor-funded road projects in the country go on complete.
Mr. Chairman, ladies and gentlemen,
Peter Bayoku Conte, na in the talk so.
It is hoped that the Betema Matujon Road, when completed, will not only reduce travel time, it will also facilitate trade, tourism, and improve agricultural activities in that part of the country and beyond.
We like that. We like for you that. Road, na good thing, na country.
Mr. Chairman, please permit me to inform this August gathering that all donor-funded roads, including the Hillside Bypass Road,
in Tidoyeri, na in don't talk more, including waiting the Hillside Bypass Road, including the all donor-funded road project. Not to the always along government in access to. Not to the all the government in access say na in they doing one green no. They say the way money they count for. All donor-funded road project, including waiting, that all don't take from Abadan, from Mount Ikot Junction to Blackhall Road, the Hillside Bypass Road. Yeah?
the Lumley Toke.
Lumley Toke. No tell you just now one and number 2. The Lumley Toke Road, okay.
Road, Bo Bandajuma.
Bo Bandajuma. We need those roads.
Bandajuma Mano River Union Bridge.
Okay, bridge don't inside.
Pendembu, Kailahu, Muyamba Junction.
That one day now will be here, but just now, but the other fella them, Now continue no more.
To name but a few
To name but a few, we mean to say, them boku. But you know, just want to take the whole day for the name all the roads them when a donor funded roads them. Yeah? Alright.
be completed in 2022.
To be completed in 2022. Case closed. 2022, now the year of road and bridge delivery. That's what I go name am. Am I? No, wait, Tripoli.
Currently, majority of them are substantially completed.
Majority of them road their way they talk so. It almost complete. Almost though, but then can say almost, not mean to say it is done.
And in use. Mr. Chairman, Ladies and gentlemen, let me at this point assure Badia that as a supervisory ministry, we shall work with the Minister of Finance, the SLRA, to effectively monitor and supervise the projects and to adhere to all requirements that may be expected from us.
Okay. Let you know say, let you know say, even when they can't give money, they expect we for do something. They expect we for do something. So now Peter Baiocco Conte they pledge say all what they expect we for do Sierra Leone we go do. Because if we not do, well, you not go on for the other part.
Peter Baiocco Conte, the Minister of Works and Public Assets, end up say, with the current road construction where government only do in a different area them, go help for improve agriculture, transport business, create employment, and plenty other things them in the country. Inside you talk on the scope of this project, the Director General of the Sierra Leone Authority, SLRA, Engineer Amara Kane say, this road is about 62 kilometers. We will start from Tikonko to Matrujon and say the entire project will complete inside the next 36 months. And same way, so say government will don't pay about 6 billion as compensation to about 1,500 people who get property.
Okay, Hollande. This one where they go launch so, now I make way able for Yeri for say they order one them. So this one no mix so. This one is in a 36 months. Hey, una we dey under 36 months. Una know what team for do. Oh, okay. I continue for listening. Not to me go tell you now. Because 36 months, not 3 years. You know what team for do. Alright.
Now the place inside this road for pass. And self say the first phase of this project cost about $28 million. And our government may put the $3 million.
It cost $28 million. The government of Sierra Leone, they knock Chelsea $3 million. Now in them put. But there, they put 25 million. At least we put something. Eh? Ibo, Yusuf. We still put. Would I put a put? Hey, yeah. I'll listen here.
If we have funding for Petima Matru, then for the project to be more viable itself, we have to also secure funding for this stretch. And we are again appealing to Badia, of course. Hope you will take this good message back home that, yes, we have our friends there.
Badia don't do. But we still a big back. We still a lobby back. Yeah? Say, Salon. Anyway, let listen. Let big. So Badia go add the money. And so we get party day, we get brother then day. Let them carry the message go.
And we actually want to complete that missing link. Of course.
They want for complete the missing link. We mean to say, other parts they for this project where the government able for no more.
The overall objective of the project is to promote sustainable economic development and poverty reduction.
The overall reason for this project is sustainable development. Where they help for evaluate poverty. All right.
In the country as a whole. Very recently, an agreement is about to be signed.
About to be signed. They're not signed yet, but it's very recently. What do you want to sign this agreement for?
Between the government of Sierra Leone and the company for the Matru Oil Palm Company.
Okay, all right.
You know, that will produce oil palm again that will serve this country and even beyond.
So, for make oil palm, oil palmina, they want for sign an agreement with the company. But the company go get for need fine road. Okay.
The project will enhance road transport efficiency and safety generally and improve the road transport network by constructing the road sections along the existing roads in 2 districts.
The construction of this road gets 2 phases. Where the first phase, they start from Petima to Matrujon and are 42 kilometers, and the second phase, na 30 kilometers.
where they start from Chikonko to Petima. This make the Senior Deputy Financial Secretary at the Ministry of Finance say the Arab Bank for Economic Development, Badia, don't already fund the first phase of this project.
Okay. Badia don't fund the first phase of this project, where now the 42 kilometer. The other one get for be waiting 30 kilometer. The same thing now happen to that Hill Bypass Road. Where be say the donors there, they don't almost finish their money. We then spend for do the Hill Bypass Road. The part we make that road day, 30 day not done it, na government in your side for coming. Na government in your side for coming for finish the project. So now make na ya, they don't begin talk to Badia Wante. Because government get for coming for finish. So the missing link, they don't begin talk to them and say, yeah, una member we back. So the government is not able. Tripoli they ask, let them done the Hill Bypass Road first now. Then you go know. Anyway, okay.
SF say no go take again, government go don't get other partner them for support the second phase of the project.
Government go don't get other partners them for support the second phase. Now I mean they don't begin big Badia already say, yeah, una go tell them. Say not to that 42 kilometer no more. You can get for left the 30. So who not able to chest say well who they do the 30? Would they going big? If not to give, not trust. All right.
The government of Sierra Leone, through the Ministry of Finance, has secured a loan from Badia for the construction of Lot 1.
Lot 1, the first phase.
Badia has been one of the most prominent development partners of Sierra Leone.
Yeah, now then they rub Badia head, say, World Bank. Yeah? Say World Bank here. Say, oh, now na Badia now na the prison. Okay. Well, la oringo kozimba IMF. You there? They say na Badia because of that road no more and not to the complete road safe. Now just the first phase. They say na don't be one of the most waiting development partners. All right. If IMF listen when cousin World Bank call and tell her, no, I yourself waiting go happen. But anyway, Badia, we like you people. Remember we know the second phase, the missing link. We me man be the talk about just now. Remember we do ya? Na 30 kilometer we go left. We no say una they come in for the first phase. If not, we see the first phase done. Lord, watch na Hill Bypass Road no more now. We see that first phase done. The second phase. I'll continue.
The finance arrangement for Lot 2 will soon be concluded and launched. At least this just to allay the fears of the chairman, as you heard him saying that the finance arrangement of that road is yet to be done.
Okay. We'll tell Radio Democracy thinking. Because this one, it still gets, but then finance, now in talk down so see, what's in the afraid for? By all thing they done, then go don't know how much you get for cost for the Lot 2, then at the second phase of this project. Because they don't know it. But they don't begin by Badia say, oh, now don't begin the first one. I make good don't tell una say, now we best developing partners then. Una they play una game well. So dear, una not forget we. After you don't listen to all this, waiting you get out of it. You agree, say, well, at the end of the day, we people them, they're not going to cry again. We not going to want goods them. Then we they say, now the transport. Because waiting do, we don't wait till Mutokano day because the road bad. Or you think say, but they are beg ya. Election they come. Wetin they will not go here? This na just another election promise. But I mean tell you see, donor funded. But again, even with them donor funded roads here or bridges here, we self get parts where we can play. Now I make this last one where they go launch so. Well, sometimes they learn lesson from that hill bypass road. Now I make the no one for agree with everything. Then say then go still fend other people them for take care of the responsibility for make the second phase of that one day complete. Alright. Now in this so. La begin Camus friend. Larry waiting in get for we today. Welcome on board, friend. You get the platform.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Triple A, for giving the platform, and thanks to all the listeners and viewers. But I hope the streaming they go well actually here. But I see them from beside the frozen. But I believe say you okay. But thanks to all the time we they take for listening and use every time for bring up the information we how Salon develop. But the issue where you bring here soon regarding the development. I believe say here something to do with project management and timeline. But it do with waiting the citizens and want and waiting the politicians are able for do. The politics and they therefore should say waiting people expect, then they forget the satisfaction. But they believe say the immediate satisfaction not they work yet. So they see people and they cry for roads and they cry for uncompleted routes who will reach them. So some of the routes they don't go take, they reach them. But here, what I therefore bring up now expectations them where the people then get how they go able to satisfy them. But most times politicians them all get a method where they apply. So they can use donors, they can do the but here government don't try for go involve donors. Previous governments start this project, not begin them, done them. But the area where they can always try for delete na their own plan. Now how they go able for put people expectations so that you get the satisfaction, how you go able for give them. Then two relationships and then the first look with these people expect and how I go able satisfy them. If they need a bridge, we will link them for let them go get all the basic life, save life, the food and business, marketing. So you get for find this plan on your own project. So you get for manage them with a timeline. Every time you put on a table, you get for going at the office, you get for sit there, you do the plan. A project, if you know your right time, you give to donors, then you give them. But the things that when you get for always note, you get for note say where you do them things there, you get for talk of the market. And that market you get for no say there is a market who say they go buy, and there is a market wherein they go try for get waiting. I believe say this it require for let it go meet up the certain time while they do something. I don't go to a market where I know say waiting then the beginning for produce day you know go do or you go ask for get based on my own timeline. I therefore look into all this because I bring this particular one a bit because you mentioned about the so-called I think works and public assets contractor then who they can inside we see in the link and they talk about they take the project sometime in 20 after the COVID and then give a timeline so then go do them for them go finish them. So you get for contract say when this is a time we don't take them like this we get for project. So you can't so look for see when you do anything there, you make a project and then when you make the project you get for actually look again. In other words, you predict. And when you do this prediction, you get for look who you market the method why they get for moving that market the engineers and day in time, and then I get forget again the other timeline where the people expectation I get for always communicate with them because one me no go try for can't talk say and they base on politics the role where they put say I need a reward because the reward are they base on probably I go done them. you know, go tell them, but you they put on the mind probably I go done, but you they project to people and say the expectation we are give for give on our satisfaction are they do am. So you they draw the line, say, well now because of them they try to find a reward. So what they go do? Sometimes they go say, well, let me project them. When they project them, you dey ask yourself, is there a vacuum? They get for ask the vacuum if the gap dey or na vacuum are they create. The vacuum where they create, then like the road where you see, while the project in practice dey, side dey then go say they're not done. The other side is done. So in the final say that gap inside the road for finish and to the other people, and then it creates a vacuum. And at the gap we don't create a vacuum. There's some of them that a gap of itself, a real gap. And the gap they come because of one, you don't get the finance. And you talk about the missing link. You talk about maybe the market not there, or maybe the technology not there. So but you therefore always stand here as a government, these expectations, I'm not going to put her on a political reward what I want. For say, I want a reward. So that I will get for try. Just tell them this. And the reward I want from the people that really want that expectation, now the reward for say they will elect me back, or they will know see I don't do something when a good thing what I don't do, they will take me point. Even when I try for say, well, then go they see how they go, they don't. So you get for put them together in balance if you really want to do development as the development itself. Not to the development, you will not see it one, maybe it just probably it go done. Then you not stretch out for look all the things there, and a day you find out see the timeline. Then you come back again to the ones them sometimes where they say that donors and like EU project where they go see them go done. Because sometimes then they take up the whole project. So you get for know again which are the strategy wouldn't they implement. You get for tell them what you want and what the people and they do, the awareness of your style. People in our business and they do. Then people are then they cross with this type of method. So you go for sell the idea at a promptness. So that you get for avoid that gap there. So in what they donate, you go try for this what donate, they put this timeline again. The still what they produce, I therefore know say available. Not to what go to and say, okay, then we have the production done less. I just forget those timelines for meet up that 20 years. 10 year or 1 year or 1 month projects, any line. Even though I call 20 length and do one project, but the point is that all that one they get for bring at the table because you tell the people and come outright. But the citizens, once you engage them, with the terms them, what you don't do, so they can't call so the money there, the process then are so then go understand. But when they tell you say there is a desperate need where you don't venture for say there is something you don't project the counter owner because inside the bridge for car ferry be needed but you don't broke down. So you see the people that they expect, just like you see somebody they run towards you, coming, and then you all of a sudden the height side there. Because of the height inside there, they see them until they come another point again. But on that height point, they will they see you get for car, you tell the people and say, I don't have money, I don't have this. But you don't have to create that by beginning it. Now, for that, whenever you begin a project, there is always a project management timeline where you get for talk about the engineering, you get that cross function. The one the way they do this, they function, they cross to this. The one they want at the CSC, they own function, they get for cross to the donors then. So that the donors they not go they get in, they see they not get work mind again, we get for fair recruitment. So you get for getting cross, and then finally the one they would they expect that in they want satisfaction. You get for better relationship the way you build. Because they get expectation and they get the satisfaction. But when you don't fulfill the expectation, now they say they create the gap, what are the psychological gap and the people that we did it now. You see, he creates all these things and the vacuum, the creator and the physical one, the creator and the people in mind. Then I saw you they cause the life of the people they depreciate because they put the expectations. Some people might even have the way for say, well, we see this road that can, that's how we do. Even though it not going to happen in Africa more, but there are certain things people say, oh, if you don't go do, they expect this they be. Or let I don't see the 2030, I will go do this. So you don't have to do that. Or something a business person want to go do. So they oversee, ring the person, say, well, now if you can't try this business, let's say them go begin up. So the person alone, you go loan back, or like somebody, or anyway, in go invest and they because expect say that road they will begin open. Then I will put infrastructure, then you create all those kind of things. So you not go see that Now for that, you will avoid them by the way you not put business and politics in the way where you go say, okay, the business what they try to involve, the business are the creator for the people them. But I no go creator in the way where they say it will be sufficient unknowingly to me. You have to put the structures. You get for involve the office and where that the one the go planner, and then get for get reliable people them. You don't get for say anything other than just development. You show the timeline to the people and get for see them publicly, the public assets where then they talk about. Now then if then they go between the one they want to developers there and the people and the government, they same one back, therefore no. Now they go come back to the public. You see, so but if they're not going to kind of like a committee. So if people are not going to just they think, and then you tell them things where they will question. And this questioning of things, now then you will begin no say people they know they tell you what you get for be. There is a project. People they want to finish up. Yes, they want to do the work, but you know they know why there is a delay. And when you know they know why the delay they happen, now they we all the press, the media, you get everybody involved. You get what you need. They ask why this one is you just they come for the purpose where people then go say sometimes a reward you want as a politician. And when you want the reward for let them vote for you, you get for play with the minds of the people and but you doing it in that way you get for do something where you know say when I start it's gonna finish. Let the people not get that culture say then they see something. And while you're doing it, remember the one where you don't start, it degenerates. So by the time you finish now, well, it will look brand new. The time when you don't begin that 3-4 years, it degenerate. The only good thing, like them a bank bridge, they not be doing, they don't put anything oversee. When they talk about deck slabbing, you talk about deck slabbing, you talk about the concrete way they use. So you get for know the concrete that almost bags in the use. You get for counter the people that we don't get them, we don't show the miles. But again, the man who they do in business, when are the other one who they call the CSC boss, and they do the work what in they do, now similar one explain, but the reality is it gonna finish it. In the car, it tell you say, now slabbing don't left, now and now something about deck slabbing, concrete, and then the mileage. But you not go further for say that mileage they now, I guess she went for cover, not when you work now. That is the duty of the government. Don't get 100 bag and 100 bag shipments. Sometimes you go feel say it's a bit somehow primitive, but you have to do it to the people and knowledge because now they expect the people. You see, you get for tell them, but when you don't tell them things like this, that you don't go tell them now a project more than how much the people and they get, then you find out in that gap, you create of expectations never to be satisfied, and the people and get for just continue for wait. And they know outside the source they come because the donors they say get their own project and they don't go out for donor. It's not like the EU because if they can't say they're able to donor because they're able for import that steel even before the steel production don't begin to fall through. Then we don't import all the steel, they count everything. They don't know how much steel so it will cost. Well, if you don't know how much it is going to cost, did you ever tell the people how much years it will take for done? You tell them how many weights or tons of steel would they use. You tell them how many concrete, how many people that they get for employee. Not when the work don't go take like 7,000. So now they tell the people and sometimes they get for trying Africa, sub-Saharan and we try to look into. It will help them a lot. You know, we just they can't go and do things. It will help them because you do, you just go away. Your blessing will tell you not to begin say, I'm going to find a reward as a politician. So that timeline, they stretch EU because they don't want done the project because they get a mission day. They get people over there get for 7 days. Now work in the fend, now duty, now the love of whatever they do. So then they will expand that project there because the fund will then get, they fund now maybe for 10 years. Say we have a project to Africa to help them with this development. So when you receive in that kind of development, you get for look inside the come off and what's that in time like if you work out with the time, let's try to get them. And that's what Rwanda did. Because they get the money. They say you go do this, but no, you look waiting if he say he go able to do something. He said no, if not do what I want to do with the money, well, I not go show me all the way. Because the work of the bridge is EU who are standing there, bringing the materials, doing this, taking the photos. Then they involve partners, but you find out that they take the lead, they don't want this. So that the government sometimes, they have to be tricky in trying to deal with it. And then for try, now they come to development, in empowering the youth in terms of engineering. You will get the people who they work. So you will send them there. You go all you do now for go send now for go buy the steel, the cement. So you don't go get the money. You buy and come and construct. So you get that bridge where you don't create between you and the donor, and then you don't cut off the gap, and then you don't create the manpower, and the manpower, they reflect on the work where they do, and then they develop the country, both the infrastructure and themselves. You're not able right now forget the engineering. Now for that, would they go for long, will leave that side? Why would they do human resource? When they say human for resource, for them, we will empower the youths. Then would they go now with the other method of giving the money? We will still go find donors, and we will able to find projects that people will come, or we not sure we reliable one day. Just like if you go on the website for procurement, then the new website for saying why you recognize for other property too. So you can forget this there, so that you go do the speed of young people then rather than you rely on them, because then go delay. And you when you say the ad that agreement day, you for check them with inflation, with waiting at your income we get, so that the people expectation while they come back to you will satisfy them. Thank you very much for giving the platform. Let God continue for help we, and let God continue for guide the leaders. And thank you very much, sir. God bless you, sir.
Thank you very much, Usfriend.
Yeah, most welcome, sir. Yeah.
Okay, doctor. Make we waiting in for it today. Welcome on board, Dr. Satuka Kejalo. You get the platform.
Hello, good evening, everybody. I hope we all do well. And thanks to you, thanks to 98.1 and Mr. Usfriend for your submission. And infrastructural development na Salone, na a big one. We don't highlight so many places them we really need help in our country. So this actually try for highlight for we see Salone would be on development. But the timeline where they don't give we didn't hold them to that. With the hopes it will happen. It will just be one of those things that we would hear and we all become so excited about. But before you know it, Jing, not to say triple A, Jing.
Yes, so
I like that. But AAA, it is interesting. Like you highlight that hillside road, where we don't do explore with AAA, where you don't show it. Something where for don't done. God knows when. We they get issues them, where donors them or people them we want for help with country come, then do their own part, and then we get problem for finish we own. For me, the donors that we want for tell them plenty thank you. But I think my own recommendation for don't be before you go take on something where say this not the amount we want spend for the project for we country. When I donate, they donate to we, they expect anything in return. Because we get so many projects there, maybe for we don't be nice. Let them take the one them where they know say them will complete with that money. And left the other hand them because it don't make sense, because as we already they see some of the one them way we get, then they start and then they finish them. Then they cause so many problems them now we country, not to just the traffic, not to just the mud them all over the place where rain come, and also not to the dust during dry season and things like that. If not to that, Salone we know say certain things and they we self for really take on that responsibility day for help for develop we nation. Not to only way companies then come for help we, or we go take loan. If you take loan safe for develop your country, as long as you did one, you find means for let you repay that loan day. It makes sense. But sometimes they would take some loans them. We don't make sense. For certain projects them, we not make sense. We not they complete. I think now they the problem they. You know, every country, for let's say they develop, the road, the bridges have to be developed. It encourage people them for invest within the country. We don't need for go far. No, just go right around the West African nation. Nowhere. No, just look at them countries. Then take a look at Ivory Coast. Take a look at Guinea. You know, I don't know much about Liberia because I have not visited there. But the side where I don't visit, the work them where they don't do, and the other hand they see. Why make you feel say all them countries when they go forward or then they do more, far better we can to, development than we? Because when we start one project, we already done it. For no say what we done and a good thing. You no need for wait for say past the next election come or where they do me second time now go make sure say this happen. No, we meet project where they go on. Wherever that funding for commodities within the government in the country money, pull and they complete the job. Not say because not to me start and so I know they finish them. I think that they will get problems them. For start something, you not finish them. You don't know where you're ready for finish and how much it go cost you. Maybe that time we don't elapse. It will cost maybe close to double the amount if it don't cost you for doing within a short time we be done left for finish the project. So with the hope see this kind of way they don't divide them, say they go do part, then they expect the country for do part. Whether not this administration now other administration, but with the hope say this not this administration because the timeline we then give we that's 2022. Okay, so I'm sure we are all here. We are talking about now the March we talk about or the end of the year because I think I already been talk about March.
The March and the bridge, the end of year.
The end of the year.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. 14 months. We look forward to that. We really look forward to every timeline where they don't give it. We look for every timeline. So when the time reach, we hope say this bridge are so they don't complete them, they don't, open up. We all can see all the travel from Freetown to Guinea, some bridges then they when the Moscadi drive, you feel like say they hold you heart and you belly because it's just not safe. Then we talk about Lunge Bridge where you mentioned, then we'll give ferries them. That's good. But the truth of the matter is that bridge is needed. It's needed in that country. Because one thing we get for realize, see, look at the sea, where other countries and they build skyscrapers or high-rise buildings, we just talk about ferry. Where ferry broke down, people that don't suffer, then go run. They risk their life, they take speedboats. Things and way some of we not be the first we ever do. Go inside boat, we're not safe, we're not secure. Giving some personal histories, them we come to water, somebody lost life and all that. But we take those risks, pay more money safe for into that. But if you get bridge, we will they pay toll back and forth. You don't need for be something we go make people then reach and put on their pockets, but something where the money it go come, it pay himself, it pay the staff, then create jobs, help people them. That's why that bridge is needed. And it encourage more of we diasporans them along with other investors them for our Canada country. As we want for Canada the country, certain things and get for happen. Who that way they live in New York City or na the tri-state area or even any other parts in America will tell you say construction, road construction, they go on like every month. Sometimes and they na traffic now they fend yourself because they do roads. Even though most of the time they try for doing in the night time. And as we dey do them development there, so no not forget say we get for continue for maintain whatever we put in place, whatever them put in place for we, so that we no go there like God forbid wetin happen the last time, that Savage Street bridge will go collapse because there was no maintenance. I believe say there was another one we been also get a crack, So then see there, so now a reminder with the hopes the government listen, take things and no say a priority is there for like develop your country. As we always talk about we other basic needs them what we want, but we know say this not a right thing for do, not a right thing for make we see happen in our country, because it will encourage we. The Moscow themselves people that can send for let them run transportation. If you not get good roads, them, you dey see when Moscow and they broke down day in, day out. All now because of poor infrastructure. We come to roads them, we come to bridges them at the country. But the one that we want for can help we. Let them know say salon we get problem for finish. So as the one for give we like 60% of the work or whichever way they want divide them, let them consider me. I just the big go if they listen. Maybe for finish the work. That's it. Me, I just dey talk am because I know on 2022 end just now. Then go start something not done, then say, oh, don't put we money inside. So we dey hope say this company we want for help, then go see how best then go help. Or the other option, that the government puts the money up front first. Let me think. Let spend first. After we don't spend, then they can't finish. So that way they will know where your excuses. Because I'm concerned and they, make people excited and then say, oh, something good is coming, and then it doesn't finish. I know I'm for jinx nothing, but like I said, I'm not gonna dance on this one. I'm just going to watch and hope say it will happen. With that, I will let Fanaso and hope say Salon will rise again and Salon for better. That's not the hashtag. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Doctor.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Albert Lansana of Woman Abu. Not so? Because the last thing, you dey give them Woman Abu waiting self there. They ask a question. He said, with the chief engineers available, with the manpower available, then road then go be constructed. Okay. Okay, with this caller. Yes, caller, you dey live on here. You name and side the call from, please.
Yes, Triple A. Albert Lansana, Texas.
Yes, Professor. What you get for with 3 minutes, sir?
Yeah, they talk about that road. Yes, I don't say you say Albert Lansana of Wamanabu. Yes. Why make I say so? Because all of my lifetime, I go around me late that day or happen for be civil engineer. And way back in the days, like I tell you, I make most of them go there and bridges not on. For example, Congo Cross Bridge, Ilkotro Bridge. So with the availability of civil engineers and the manpower, I believe say them roads they already talk about, them bridges they can construct them in that time frame. For example, na Ghana, where I go visit me daddy in Ghana, because most of them roads then Ghana. Now I make them. Or they then give them the contracts in 1-2 years, then finish the contract. It depending, like I say, if they're getting manpower, the civil engineer, the right good civil engineer, now one, and the manpower together with the finances, as long as the government provide the funds to the company, the cable dam, like a company like CSC, for one, they're going to make them road them bridges within a time frame. So submission for that.
Thank you very much, Albert.
Welcome.
Okay. Let's come with Tony. Make we what's in a take today. Welcome on board to Tony Toye Jones. You get the platform.
Yeah, Abraham, thanks for bringing me in. Carbon Kusha Fabulous. Man, road business or bridge business, now very, very important thing in any nation, any country, even a party where they live, even as alone. We see the little roads and we'll get the small one them where they don't construct. You see the changes will happen. Even within that Western area, let's say Jewish, for example. First thing you go for left, Lumley for Cam, all the way Waterloo, you go for wondering how you pass up gone or how you pass and them side and there for let you reach. Now we do a road day easy. You understand? For go first then you see how it may take longer time for people there for reach motor. You know, we can always say governments are continuity. Some of them things they didn't capital project, they go with them. You always they left. You understand? Governments come, governments go. I mean, if we say work in progress, the other governments come or administration will continue because they're very important. They play very significant role, especially most of them towns and they link towns and the bridge and they link towns and villages. Then we just that simple bridge and they will not people then get for spend thousands of millions because they get for go pass around. They go like here, where they go? Not by putting on pass. Not that ferry where they need to go. Now we use. And you see people then bike they for inside. That's so much. You can't they hang. You understand? Therefore, because it depends on the tide, it depends on how the water the way they do. You understand? So it's somewhat common thing. I don't see saying anything anybody with me well meaning Sierra Leone and whatever party or political party where you go frown at them things and you could be happy because it bring people in together. Some of them needed products they all need commodities, they all need now fruit or with the scarce. Now because of some the means of transportation, especially it's just a simple walk two-way bridge day. Certain bikes will load them back there, they'll prepare crossover. Then you go for take the days, but you cannot come. Some of them goods then in a perishable goods then. You understand? Not get refrigerator or whatever or light system or everything for preserve them. You understand? So it's a good thing. You mentioned about bridge for Golunge where people then can travel and reach. You understand? If bridge it go even for you will cut down because imagine $40 where you go pay every time you get for go you will pay $40 and everything. It's a lot of money. That's one man able for afford and they almost them fail they want. So we need big governments. You understand? Some of them we do the construction and then capital project. Let them stick to the timeline. I think say the problem we can get for the concern we can get now we need to take the project then they begin to delay them unnecessarily. They wait say towards elections then you get speed. We don't want we don't want foresee because you yourself don't know if you get for win the next election. And when you don't win the next election, the other government they can't complete it. And if the next government can wait complete and just like we see for blessed men with Tijan Kaba, the road they will have that Mashaka there. This one Tijan Ibike come now complete it. When you don't work in progress, you don't go at 90% the completion rate, but the government will come with a power and a commission. So we need big government, subsequent government or current government, where you get capital project, the funds or whatever, let them speed them up. Because even the things that they use as a campaign message, for say you see road no media, hold on let's like you usually say, for go just for Matutuka, for go San Koiducho, that's 76 miles. They take over 5 hours. Then they just for it because the road so terribly bad. You understand? So if they make them bridge the way that they are outlined, I mean, those are the things that just like way the previous contributors are not see. It give confidence to people there for do business. She say yes, this there they need. It even open the markets more. It open that niche. They see more opportunities because it means of transport don't become more easier now for make you able for spread you market, make you able for establish more customer base and make you able for get into this. So it's a good thing. But one contribution what I want for make before I go Abraham. Some of them would they day or some of them bad prison day or bridging day. Army, the army get a whole unit where they call army engineering. There's no one going on. Some of them soldier man and they just sit down, they go in the morning, no disrespect, they sign, they sit down. You understand? They can revamp that unity. They can revamp. Some of them we need maintenance now, or we need upline or wherever. You understand? You can charge them with the responsibility for make them they fix them up. You they see now elsewhere. How would they involve the army, the army, like Master so you understand? When school driver or not, the school bus driver or not, the army guard or army come in and begin to drive their school buses and they for help people. The army is not just saving or fighting at webs in a call. They get so many things that they keep offer, so many things that they keep tap into. You understand? They can be charged with their responsibility. They recruit some of engineers there. We get very good civil engineers there. Just like with the last previous contributors. Involve Sierra Leoneans. You don't need to you get for go hire a foreign companies because you get for can pay much more money, more resources, more this. But if you get a unit, you get Sierra Leone, just according to the high America doctors, then at the 34 or at the military, you can hire engineers as well. You revamp that whole unity. Probably then they could even bring funds, because funds there for them. When they came for use for the all our welfare purposes. Some of them guys then they wait in the streets so they say, you bobo day, you this, they absorb them. You probably can even use them and train them, make them be part of the working force. So many opportunities that the way we came for tap. We have to build institutions. We're not there for the depend on donor funds all the time. Say, oh, you with the weight, they're not going to go 400 million, they're not going to that thing. We have to create institutions. This is how you create institutions. The police said they then get a police driving school. They can revamp the police driving school, get like here they call a CDL driver. Drivers the way they came for train for the drive those school buses. So government get the pool, you get the resources where you need drivers for school bus or anything, you just to go to that side you employ. You need drivers there for drive government ambulance, you just to go to you take. You need drivers there for drive ministers or this, you just to go to so you get a pool. Where say these people went through those institutions, they been trained. You can even use the military just like they say. You understand? They can build institutions. If there is no way things will get better. If we not begin build institutions and we think say these are gray areas that we can tap into. You understand? Because they are me man and they be man. Look like we force with inside village and they can picture. What thing I need, train people that we're going for give them the directives. We need front loader or we need this, we need but car where they tower, this or that. You understand? That's not my take. But I mean, I don't want to have into a most out there will give for waiting a call. Because I mean, you look, we get the opportunities. Some of them guys are the way they pickpocket where they this, you will absorb them into so many. Government national workshop, you able create national workshop where they're able to make furniture, take their furniture for supply government offices. In the school that needs furniture, you go able just go there, you get in the contract, so it become more, you spend more lesser when you use your own resources in-house than you get for the other all the time. Same thing there. I bring this come up because it's a whole lot of opportunities we get. Also with the big, who came for galvanize and get funds, get people employed, through their scheme then they. Through those institutions, and I mean, that's Daniel Takeba.
Thank you very much, Tony.
Bridge. I mean, yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Yes, caller, you live on here. You name and who the call from, please. Caller on WhatsApp. You there on hold. Yes, you name and who the call from.
Yes, people. I'm glad you forget you online and happy for the job way you do and keep it up. May God bless you.
Yeah, you get 3 minutes, sir.
Yes, I will just want to go to regards to this topic on this construction. Actually, we don't follow since this government come in. It's good, like the previous speaker say, and like what the doctor also in submission. I think all is good, but like doctor say, we wait for see and come 2022 and the end of the 2022, we will see what they go on. But for me, actually, my own prediction, obviously, nothing good is going to come out of it. Because, governments are continuity. I think the previous governments have started, like Tijan Kaba in time, they start a lot of this construction, all this water. We within, I can see where they work that Black Road stop. We see this, the actually how it become, where it be start. And I think when the previous governments come back and then able to take up some parts, this Mabam Bridge now, a long time bridge. I think if the previous governments, we don't start on that project today. So if this government is say in 2022 and that's all them road projects here, then go try for finish them. Well, there is a question mark on that. But again, we just hang on the balance and see what you get for go on and how that's going to be possible. Because there are a lot of issues now on the ground. lot of things and they go on, the economy and all those things, and who said the money they come out because now don't know again, now loan again, now grant or whatever. And so people get to suffer, and maybe the next government's coming also, or if they're gonna continue, and I don't know who's how we get for day. So that's my own view. They look at things, and this government, an officer, then starts on the right footing with regards to development. The roads are very good. They're very, very important. When the past governments they work on their roads here, people, musicians, they make say, oh, now road no more, but it's very good because they link up people and villages, towns, because some people they live in the remote areas. And when they get a good network, a road network, then perishable goods all go reach the market easy. These are always way able to sustain the remote people, the people that lives in the extreme far away the urban areas there. Because I imagine when I go Salou, I drive from Salou to Guinea, I think pipe would look or somewhere else. In fact, I lost my way up to Guinea because the road was fine. We know the roads and they go up to Kono, where would they go school. We know all area and the why being hard for reach. Where would the people in that Daimo area, that Togo end where they go to holidays from Kenema to Togo. It takes you almost a week, short distance, but at least with this previous government, they road and now all that for good Kaila, the stuff, and I think been better somehow. You see, the incident they help government, but when the government come and no one for big continuity, one for try for make some propaganda is difficult. AAA anyway, but all said and done, we wait and see come 2022 and see actually how this thing gonna be actualized, like they said it. So for me, I get some doubts anyway. But again, I want to hold on to my opinion, like what the doctor say, and let's wait and see and what it's going to be at the end of it all. So while not just also this now to propaganda campaign, but at least the people are watching and we're watching keenly. Now that's some more, brother. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, caller. Yes, caller, you're live on the air. Your name and who side you call from, please.
Triple good evening, late afternoon from Los Angeles. Thank you very much for taking my call. Listen, I tell you, and people are lying the lie. He wrote in the man say it's a workshop. What in workshop mean to you? It's a workshop. I lie the lie. Let me tell you, we're not sober government. We care about road. That hill cut road where you talk about. Would have left from Pakaba. APC didn't have power for 10 years. They never finish up. You know, the 10 years.
Peninsula Road?
No, not to the Peninsula Road. The one we go up by Montreal.
Oh, the Hill Bypass Road. Yeah,
the Hill Bypass Road. Yeah. According to you, said na Pakaba na
yeah, na Pakaba na Launcham then and Escoma can go first phase then second phase relative to my.
What about the Peninsula Road?
Well, then say all go done next year.
Would I begin that project there? Na Pakroma or Pakaba?
No, na Pakaba begin now.
Here we go again. So let nobody not tell everybody pass government. If government are continuity, then road then do not to 200 miles long. If I don't finish the damn thing, excuse me for language. Come on. Then if I don't finish the thing, what's in the try for tell me say? Hello? Yeah. No, I didn't hear me say. If I don't finish the thing. But then all they drag them food, who say them for put money, not today, then they put money. Then they go look for road, then say the reason why they drag for them then road here, they don't eat the money, now then they wait for another donor. Now big business. Now the same reason is what we talked yesterday now about parliament. Now parliament and job this. Now parliament for coming and begin the commission then and bring in whether na the minister, whether na the construction company, bring them in and put fire behind them because parliament now then they fed for the people because now the people put them there. So whether now loan the money, they not loan the money on behalf of individual, then loan the money on behalf of Sierra Leone. Now the thing is what they talk to will not get any effective parliament. When you don't ever see any of them guy here, sit down no more and bring like all the senior Democrat and Republican, even though they don't like each other. One of them can bring something up, they name them their own last name. With the see Feingold and McCain. We also don't see all them bill and they. Now then they make the law then. Like when things are not go right, then come up with their own idea and make law, but they're not ever make law. Now then job then were now they mean for the put fire behind whether the Minister of Works or the Minister of Finance or the company that with the bill road here. Because look, that Regent Road. I mean, look how far that road they don't left for finish. It not even reach 5 miles. The dust waiting at that number 2 day. If you continue for the go number 2 river, you didn't have Freetown, you continue for the go number 2 river, every weekend, you they get dry cough. You they get lungs problem. If you know they put your glass them up, you they get lungs problem. Because now near the middle, the dust where they under, they don't pave the road. Why they not go finish entire that road there? Let people and get up. If you live on that side, you not even need for go again now Regent. Easy, boom, Waterloo, you don't go up line. But from the past government, that one and a lie in the line. Yeah, what did the guy say? Whatever shop we don't call. They no care. Then people, anything we go for do, look somebody, I mean, they see a picture yesterday. Where they show you Rwanda during the genocide in Rwanda 2021. If people like New York, the skyscraper, where they kill more people in Rwanda more than we, because they get people, they say this all the time, they get a leader when a born Rwandan, in a son of the soil. We not ever get a son of the soil. Now crook and corrupt we get. Same thing to the parliament. I've been listening to them back today where they argue about one lady, I don't even know whether the lady, people in the knock box.
You know, they will do Now you will be do. Yeah, the lady for neck. They don't.
Oh, really? Now the Mosire something.
Yes,
Mosire or Kasire something.
No,
wherever the name is.
Mosire. Nine they don't today.
Lord have mercy. You see the way the guy them they behave. They not get respect for each other. They just they holler up on each other. We want to now be the year another one. Then they give back talk. Then they give back talk. Even the speaker then they give back talk. So man, they sit down and don't talk anything. We understand, say we know what's in a filibuster, but this is not like nothing for the filibuster. God help with me, brother. They're not sober. Nobody not tell me about last government and this one. Yeah, thank you, my brother.
Yes, call ID live on here. Your name and where you call from, please.
Ezekiel call from Oregon.
3 minutes, sir.
Oh man. I think we have been listening to this. We been do the presentation. I've been think exactly just like how Tony began for talk, because some things and they, why the military when they don't get Army Corps engineers wait for they do a lot of things where it will be so disciplined, fast, and wait till you they give them well at least now so me they think the military go look a little bit disciplined in terms of they for sure up on time per job, because they know say the authority they wait and they in charge you as a low class military man we for show up for work on time, show up now discipline. How come we not get them? And make some of it so we they see them then just relax and then pass and up and down doing nothing. We get one guy waiting go now upline our area, no one calling him because I no one get problem. Now I'm a co-engineer now that area now FBC accommodate, but all the time he just they taking boys week every month they up now village day and then they push people around for some things away in Olek, What's how they do that? I'm a co-engineer degree way, the engineering degree way go get. What thing they do with them? Some of the money what they spend for give contracts, some contract, and they if for save we money. All we need for do is invest in them and the equipment that what we need, then get them. Because road authority then because the repairing problem now other thing. they make road today. You not go get road for last forever. I not care which kind the best engineers around the world you go with them for let them make road. It not they last for long. As long as rain they come, motorcar they fly on, it fall apart. But waiting then they do. We got road they waste snow they come almost every summer. Pave the road because by the test no they don't it don't mess up because when they come sometimes the ice away then they put na gravel. So by the time the snow turn they don't that concrete tar ground they don't mess up. Then they fix them again. But we see them don't put on like say would they fix it now forever. We begin well they sit on they left until it destroy. You know, so we kick out the best people. Them if we will not get a discipline, road authority will get. And then, when we think about other areas, Lord look at people the way they discipline, like the military. Lord we give them then contract here for go at least even the potholes and for go and fix that. Because road authority, me I don't know what they do. Whose road then they go and fix I don't know. You know. So when Tony they talk about, I'm like, oh my God, great minds. Because now that they no more maybe they think about because some of these contract that bridge way when they show by this picture, I don't know if that steel way them don't lay if that go be no more because I not see nothing no they under that thing they too long and I not think it's alone engineers they equipped for let them even make that hanging bridge because if na hanging bridge then we will know say some things they will go hold them up. And they will long so let them assure the Salon government to how many years it go take. 5 years, then a big accident go happen. That thing they too long. If something not they under and no hanging gauge, no they on top where the whole I'm hanging. I don't know how long that thing will last. Seriously, I'm worried about it. Why see I'm that too long. There's nothing supporting underneath, and then I don't think say then we even think of golden hanging wires so we could hold them up. So I don't know. But anyway, law we use with military, you know, we get engineers and law we give them the equipment, let them begin do some work. That's my own contribution, Triple A. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Ezekiel.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Where be the talk? This one where Ezekiel raised so. I don't know if you remember where be they do me on submission. Where I say let them check the bridge fine so that I not go to shake if they get for getting something under. Because me self see down there. But anyway, they're not doing it. But now the actual bridge that one day. Now out of the picture we didn't self share. Now the actual bridge, but they're not done yet. But we're hopeful, say, well, they say technical. I make way I repeat and two times when they talk about technical. Eh? Alright. We're hopeful. Well, Sierra Leone Roads Authority, then assure we. I make a plan now, they assure we say they don't check everything fine. Now I make I be making stand say, even the one they will get for years what the Chinese then do. So the new one they get now, we don't get sense now. We get for fly there. Now some of we go drive there, some of we go be passenger there. They are letting them do and correct. And nobody no one drive na bridge will go to shake where they make you panic. Eh? So I just hope say another question you na say which one I do not correct too. But now I not done just now. March 2022 for that bridge day. Then when I show something well it not being correct. And I need more time. Okay. Me, I'm hopeful. The only thing is not 100%. So because that's 100%, so I will feel one kind of way if it not happen. But again, I'm hopeful. I want to make it happen. It will help a lot of people. Do you hear the people them? The locals them, you read them, you go help them. We see then the correct bridge they say they wanna give you another manual first. Do ya? The government. Okay? Alright. We'll go there back tomorrow. We don't try. 2022. We all will get for go salon that December now. Like me so. This last time I used the Waterloo to Sussex. Man, I began for use first the Lumley one. Then when I return, I was like, this road short na ya. But because me own kori again. I know the fenu side to go point that. Not to jeep again. I get me small kori. So I can always panic. You don't so sad live, eh? Remember? We go Black Hole Road. When they say for low go up. Yeah, you see. I say I need to go there again. Because at the end of the day, then fit in a salon. You know, kind of end they want to see. So I know sir they go, I know sir I need to go. But I begin for Tawapa myself say, before I can go all the way back, imagine Lumley, tear the catch Lumley first. From Sussex, tear the catch Lumley. Then campus, Usai Wilberforce, Regent, go back round. Whereas, are they right there? For just go. And because them be there on the walk, cannot be that bad. And I reach quick. Before you make, I even arrive in Tokyo quick and reach because now Tokyo the Colta start. I reached there quick, I was like, okay, it's not bad though. But 2022, December, how they go now? We expect Yanda for Dondon. Even the one the Hill Bypass Road, we expect them back for Dondon. So like me, if I say well today I know one pass around, you know what I can just come up Campbell Street, waiting, beat at the Hill Bypass Road, quick, I reach up gone. Yeah? Because me, also had the buy bread na Shell Company. Yeah? Shell Company na the buy bread. We meet up that even the hot one. Yeah? But you get for watch them. Now I see they don't begin put yalla. I'm like, man, these people, who's on a land this? Eh? Salon. Una sabi. And so we the fried rice chef now in a salon, the soy sauce, then the pack and then I say the brown. Pack on that puibo. But anyway, they come. Yeah? I wait for we no more, they come. Yeah. We wait to let them put the ticket price down first. Salon. Eh oui. I don't know who that will offend you, but who don't see you. Go there back to my till we meet again. Triple A say, tata.